What's up, YouTube? It's Carlisa Victoria. I am back with another video. So if you're new to my channel, thanks for tuning in. If you've already been subscribed, thanks for coming back. I'm trying to prop you guys up and it's kind of quite difficult. Jeez, my anxiety is up with that camera sitting on the ledge. But I kind of wanted to just get on here, make a video for you guys. I don't think this is going to work out. It's just the camera's too low. But anyway, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I am up working on almost 3:30 a.m. now, but I'm up working on business. I've yet to go to sleep. I'm literally working on rebranding, re-strategizing, doing all of the things that I said that I wanted to do and all of the things that I know I'm going to do. If you are new to the channel, thanks for tuning in. If you've already been subscribed, thanks for coming back. So I'm pretty sure you guys read the thumbnail. Maybe some of you did, maybe some of you didn't, maybe some of you just wanted to watch the video. I don't know what the situation was, but the thumbnail said, don't let anyone make you feel bad about wanting more for yourself. And I literally was just rebranding on Rich Girls Plan and posting, and it just prompted me to want to make a video for you all because it's just the idea of becoming the better version of yourself and not letting anyone stop you. On the road to becoming more, you're going to have so many people who are going to tell you, oh girl, you should just forget that. Become a millionaire, become a billionaire. Psh, girl, that's the stuff we see on TV. Or, oh, what? Say you want to be financially literate. Said you want to go do X, Y, and Z for your business. Well, how are you going to do that? Who going to tell you? Who's going to teach you? You have so many people who are going to come after you left field for no reason. It's almost as though you have to protect that energy. You have to protect that peace because everyone who's standing next to you is not rooting for you. Everyone who is surrounded by you is not. You have to watch for the people who don't clap for you when you win. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to try to deter you from the ultimate goal. They're going to try to tell, girl, just be basic, basically. I'm just putting it in, you know, most basic term. Oh, girl, just be average. Oh, yeah, just be average because, I mean, like, how are you going to become successful? Like, only the rich, only the people who are already successful become more successful. Oh, but you don't know about that. So how are you going to do that if you don't know about it? You're going to hear so many people trying to tell you who you can't be and what you should be. And you'll tell them, hey, that path that I thought that I was going to take, I realize that that's really not the path that I'm going to take because I see more for myself. I know that there's more. I know that there's more in me. There's more that I want to do. There's more that I have to give the world. And they're going to say, but are you sure? You sure you want to risk it? Because if you go that way, you at least know it's going to work out. You know? I mean, because what are you going to do if your backup plan, you know, like have a backup plan just in case? That's the problem. Too many people have backup plans. They don't set goals. They don't aim to accomplish things. And they don't tell themselves, oh, well, I'm going to be successful regardless. No matter how hard it is, no matter how long it takes me, there is no backup plan because the backup plan is, the plan B is the plan A. When you get to a point where you realize that, no, I'm going to do the things that I'm set to do, that I'm meant to do, that I'm passionate about doing, no matter how many times you fall, you can mess up 1,000 times, you can fall 7 times, get back up 8. Like, the minute you come to grips with there is no plan B, it's always going to be a plan A. And if plan A doesn't work when plan A I think should work, we're going to keep working until plan A does work. Stop putting yourself down. Stop allowing people to make you put these crazy thoughts in your head that you have to have a backup plan. Because you know what that is? That's nothing but doubt being basically, that's basically trying to dress up the word doubt. You're basically trying to dress up doubt by saying, oh, just have a plan B. If you were confident in yourself, if people were confident in you, they wouldn't be sitting here trying to tell you to have a backup plan, have a plan B. You know what I mean? It's never a, oh, that's what you want to do, go after it, be successful, get it, do those things. It's always a, well, if it doesn't work out, what are you going to do? Be careful of those type of people you have around you. Those people are not going to be strangers. Those people can be your friends. Those people can be your family. Those people can be your associates. Be careful the energy you bring around you. Be careful the energy you allow around you, because it will begin to make you start to doubt yourself. You might say, oh, I want to accomplish this in my goals. I want to do this. I want to do that. And that one person who says, well, if that doesn't happen, what are you going to do? That one negative thought has the ability to capacitate so much of your mind. It has the ability to make you sit there and think, well, she's right or he's right. What if it doesn't work out? Well, what am I going to do? That is never the way you should think. You should always see yourself as what it is that you want to accomplish. You could be working on a business 6 years in a row, and on the 7th row, everything that you've been working on becomes everything that you had already seen yourself accomplishing. The minute you start to doubt yourself, you take yourself out of the winning game of life. You take yourself out of the winning circle. Your focus in your business should not be your competition. Your focus in your business should be you. Your focus should be getting yourself to the next level, becoming more. Everything that you wrote down on that list, all those goals you said you want to accomplish them. Set out a regimen to get them done. I'm not saying that you have to spend your nights like me and never get sleep, or, in fact, have to wake up early to get your goals. But let me just tell you, my passion wakes me. My passion also keeps me from sleeping. I'll be up all night just simulation scenarios, business planning, strategizing, all of these different things, rebranding, regrouping, marketing strategies, all of these different things that flood my mind that I spend the night doing. And people say, oh, well, you could just you always working on business. Why you always working on business? Why you never, like, you do go out, you have fun, but you always about business. But the problem is, the people who are saying that you're all about business are always the people who don't have business. They don't have business for themselves, and they're the ones who are always going out every week. You see, they're always out at somebody's bar, always out at somebody's club, always out somewhere. And literally, that same person who tells you, oh, you're always focused on business, they never even give a snippet of their time to the business that they should be handling. But they're so busy out there in the streets having a good time. See, the thing about it is, people do a lot of things to be seen. They do a lot of things to be noticed. They do a lot of things for Instagram, for social media. If it wasn't for me being an entrepreneur and always hustling and always, needing media for my branding, I probably wouldn't even be on social media at all. Because I live in a realistic world. Instagram, this one little app, has enough power to really take over one's life. People look at Instagram and they create a whole falsified image of themselves and what they think that who they are, and they really come nowhere close to what they think they are, because they don't put in the work to become who they think they are. You open up the app and all of a sudden you just feel like, oh, nobody can talk to me because I'm above the law. I'm literally like the baddest, like. And it's like, this one app has so much power, and there's so many people who their identities, their social media identities, they have no identity for themselves. So you know what they do? They grab their little phone and they log into that little Instagram app and they assume a new identity. They become everything that they see on the page. And it's ridiculous. The world that we live in is really sad, what it's coming down to. And it's really, really sad that people don't, you know, really have goals for themselves. They don't have an identity because they allow for these different apps to take over and assume who they are. And they get lost in who they are by just simply seeing people that they've never even met that they try to become. So it's really, really crazy how things are. But like I said, if it wasn't for the businesses that I'm operating in, it wasn't for all of that, probably never would see me on social media, like, at all. But because of the circumstances, I'm going to be on there. I'm going to push my businesses. I'm going to do the things that I need to do to be successful. But don't ever let anybody make you feel bad for wanting to boss up, wanting to become better, wanting to get your ish together. You know, everybody can't go and everybody won't have this mindset. Looks might get you through the door, but it's what's up here that's going to keep you. Nobody wants a pretty dumb bag of rocks. Like, you have all this to show for it, but this is empty. Feed your mind with things that are going to edify. Feed your mind with things that are going to help you to become more. People say, oh, you know, they're going to tell you all the time, oh, you've changed. Don't ever try to justify it. Just tell them thank you. Life is about changing. People look at change as such a bad thing, but it all depends on how you choose to change, grow. Are you growing where you're planted? Are you not allowing yourself to grow because you have so many distractions? I fast often. I cleanse my body. I take social media breaks. I take TV breaks. I take breaks from people. I take a lot of breaks just to get, you know, refresh my mind, to regroup, to rethink. You have to be okay with not being comfortable. See, people can't grow when they're comfortable. You have to get uncomfortable to grow. And a lot of people are not willing to be uncomfortable. When I went to undergrad college in another state and I knew nobody there, my whole family lived, you know, here, it's like I was uncomfortable. But I knew that sink or swim, baby, and I'm not going to sink, I'm going to swim. So even though I was uncomfortable, I learned to grow where I was planted. It's always going to be different when you get to that battlefield. It's always going to be different when you get to that playing field and you don't know anyone around you, or you don't know anything around you. It's almost like you have to take a look, assess your surroundings, then map out a plan on how you're going to accomplish whatever you're there to accomplish. Grow where you're planted. There's so many lessons to learn in life. There's so many things, but so many people are so comfortable that they're never going to get to those lessons. They're never going to understand those goals because of they are comfortable. Get uncomfortable to become comfortable. So I'm going to get back to my work. I just wanted to get on here, kind of give you guys a little word, because, you know, the motivation is there. I'm up motivating myself. I'm writing out goals. I'm literally up. I'm sending emails. Like I said, I'm on top of it, though I've got 0 hours of sleep and it's almost 4 a.m. I'm gonna keep working because I want it bad enough. And that's what happens when you want to be successful. Nobody has to tell you to put in the work. You work overtime. You put in the work, you make it happen. When I was in college, I graduated a 4-year college in 2 years with 2 degrees, bachelor's and a minor. And somebody said, well, did you enjoy college? I mean, because you were always doing your schoolwork. You know, people always got, and I've had this multiple times from people, because you were always doing your schoolwork. So did you have fun? Listen, y'all. I worked 4 jobs in college. I took 22 hours every semester. I had no dual enrollment before coming into college. I had 5+ scholarships. I made the dean's list every semester. I pledged a sorority. I literally was at the parties, the littest parties at the school. I made it to class on time. But you know how I did all those things? Because I was motivated, I was disciplined, I was determined not to be a statistic. I was determined to break generational cycles in my family. I was determined to break generational curses. I was determined to break those stigmas. I was determined to become more than it was said that I would ever be. I was determined to really have a good college experience. When I went to college, you know, nowadays I see so many people put in like 30 applications into different schools. I went to the school that I wanted to go to. I applied to only one school and got into that one school because I was already determined. I did not for once think, oh, I'm not going to get accepted. I mean, obviously the anticipation builds up, but it was in my head. We're getting accepted and we're going to do what we're supposed to do. Like I said, I was in many organizations, like for honor societies, everything. But it was determination. I would get off work at 6 a.m. And shout out to my homegirls who lived across the street from the school, because I would go to their house between 6 and 6:30, maybe 6 and 7, depending on how early my job lets me off. And I would take a shower, change my clothes. I would bring changing clothes because my house was like 15-20 minutes away from the school. I had a commute, but my job was down the street from their house as well as my school. I would take a shower, I would change clothes at their house, and literally catch a quick little, I would try to catch a nap, but most of the time we couldn't because at 8 o'clock we had to be in class in the morning. And normally on those days, I had to be in class all day. My class will go from like 8 a.m. and my last class went in until like 5 sometimes. And then I would get off from class, I would have some downtime, then I would have to go work my other job. But you know how I did it? I did it because I was determined. I did it because I willed to do it. I did it because I wrote out my goals. Before I got into college, before I started my official, because I started school in the summer. And they had a program that started in the summer before your fall classes. I wrote out my goals. And when I wrote out my goals before even starting my first day of classes for college, after writing out all my goals based on my curriculum, I said, wow, I'm going to graduate college 2 years early. You think anybody believed that? But I had already wrote goals out. I didn't intend to write my goals out and end up graduating that early. I just get bored fast, so I knew I couldn't take one class at a time. I was going to get bored. So my schedule was full. I worked. I did a lot. And I graduated 2 years early. I still have that notebook to this day that basically had all the goals written down. I had all of my events, all of my coursework, all my curriculum in that.
It's only 11 something, but why does it feel like it's 2 something?